Talk of diplomatic strife with China grew louder today, with news that Australia's ambassador had been called back home. The government says it's situation normal and has denied there's any special reason for the visit. The opposition says it's a sign the relationship is nearing crisis point, and it's been spurred on by China's continuing anger over the visit of the exiled Uyghur leader Rabia Kadir. Emma Griffiths reports from Canberra.
Business with China has been booming this week, but on a day the Australian government was basking in the glory of a multi-billion-dollar gas deal, it was also being lashed in an editorial for China's state-run English language daily. For reasons that only some of its Sinophobic politicians could explain, it stated, Australia has made itself the champion leader of an anti-China chorus. The main source of its ire, Australia's decision to grant a visa to the separatist Uyghur leader Rabia Kadir, who visited earlier this month. It's a decision that's now stirred up the opposition too.
My point is that the visa issue is the culmination of a series of bungles on the part of the Rudd government.
The government says the coalition is playing to a domestic audience.
Unlike the Leader of the Opposition and unlike the Shadow Minister, we do not take a naive, crass, simplistic, miscalculated, misjudgment view of China.
Instead, the government says the view is complicated and full of challenges.
It always has been thus, and it will be thus for quite a long time to come.
And therefore, the government has balked at a motion from the Senate crossbench to give special treatment to another contentious leader, the Dalai Lama, when he visits Australia in December.
Granting the Dalai Lama a seat in the Distinguished Visitors Gallery could easily be misconstrued as some kind of political recognition.
Well, the China syndrome is alive and well.
The man managing the relationship at the front line, Australia's ambassador to China, Geoff Raby, has been called home. He'll attend government briefings, but both the Minister and the Prime Minister say the visit isn't anything special, simply routine.
Obviously, it's a good time to take stock of the relationship and how we move forward.
He's come back in the normal course of events. He's certainly not been called back for consultations because that conjures up sending a message to the host country.
Stephen Smith should not try and hoodwink the Australian people into believing that it is anything other than a recall to discuss the deteriorating relationship.
The Prime Minister has been busy with another far from deteriorating relationship with New Zealand. A visit from that country's leader has spawned ever closer economic ties and talk of joint military ventures. It's a way off, but both leaders are keen to link their country's defence forces into an Anzac contingent.
I don't know at this point what structure that will make up, where it will be deployed, or the size of that contingent. But I think whatever the size and nature of that group, it will help to meld together two military operations that are already very closely tied together.
We are forces for good in the world.
Now that's a friend. Emma Griffiths, Late Line.